PLI.
You were the one who said earlier, though, that
yeah.
Aura PH might just do it. You jinxed it, man.
There's
now we're
Rapacia.
surprised. One back.
yeah.
And so, okay, hello there. Aura PH pulling out the Diggy, and that's going to be JP on the Diggy. So that's either going to be, a mid Diggy or a support for a gold lane Diggy, and it is a Greed Selena, a Benny Cutie Alice, a Kilowatt Tams, and a Hades Lancelot.
Expecting, but then again, the soul of the Diggy player lives on as we are going into the Line of Dawn, Game 1, Aura PH versus Bren Esports.
So Few is going to be holding down the mid as a Changa, so it is a side lane Sparta for Rebo here, and JP is going to be playing a mid Diggy with Retribution. So it's a double retry setup here for Aura PH. And that's going to be a lot of damage onto JP's Diggy. Still trying to avoid it, but then first blood there. Philippines brought out a Diggy strat, meaning that Diggy's just going to keep getting killed. It doesn't matter because at some point, past 8 kills, past 9 deaths, I mean, Diggy's not going to be supplementing gold anymore. So this is just going to be... Is this the classic Diggy strat once again by Aura PH?
Yeah, it feels like it is, as they are repeatedly ganging up onto this Diggy without an answer, but Lancelot is just free farming the buff. There's no big deny onto the side of Bren.
And now JP trying to go for the kill. Look at that, he might actually get a kill with the Galtizi, but the basic attacks, enough for Galtizi to take him down and no retribution again. But now it's going to be JP going straight for Galtizi. And look at that, the hesitation by Bren Esports to secure their own buffs because Diggy has that retribution. Who else than Coast Arcadia to bring out something weird, something unique like that? Another kill on that Diggy, but then little by little you're going to be noticing that Diggy not giving gold to the side of Bren Esports, and all he can give for Aura PH is information time and time again. Here comes Green with the Abyssal Arrow. Finally a kill there onto that that's going to be 2 kills for Aura PH. Lusty, Galtizi even going down in another part of the map. As Fuel going down, and Aura PH secures the purple buff of Bren Esports.
They got a setup, they got the backup as Hades rotated after the 2 buff. It was go time for this guy. They looked for the information, and JP keeps providing one. Took a bit of a delay in taking the blue for the Bren Esports side. Aura called it and started the fire.
And now Aura raining fire. Speaking of raining fire, Rebo with a feathered airstrike, giving distance for Rebo and himself there. Aura not able to secure that turret break there, or at least deplete it even more. Greed with the Abyssal Arrow spot on the Galtizi, but the damage from View is there. Galtizi damaging Greed as well. Greed has to ease it up. Now checking the items here. Seems like it's going to be the Changa in the lead here in terms of the economy. JP is going to go down as well, but honestly, we don't need to keep calling that. This is the Diggy strat of Aura PH. And look, Aura PH have evened up the gold, or close to keeping the gold close for this match. A lot of things are close here in this matchup. But what's happening right now is that the Turtle has spawned another kill on the Diggy by that Yuzhong. That's 10 deaths. That's no gold whatsoever you're getting from killing this Diggy.
And with the ban, Hilda, it kind of opens a lot in terms of picking the Diggy strat again.
Yeah, true. Very true.
And we've seen, of course, repeatedly right there. But fair highlight right now, Benny Cutie just farming it up, being safe.
Phantom execution committed by that Lancelot here in the Black Dragon form to give room for Bren Esports to potentially secure this turtle right now. No one's going for the turtle. Abyssal Arrow lands onto Galtizi. Galtizi's only level 3. That's an interesting thing that we haven't pointed out just yet. But now JP, Time Journey, committing that as well. Still trying to deal damage to Galtizi. Look at how stunted the growth and the farm of Galtizi is. Yes, he has 7 assists. Yes, he has 2 kills, but he's barely getting any farm because the Diggy isn't giving him any gold. He can barely get his own buffs here because Diggy's always there to just disrupt. And now this might be a turtle secured by Aura PH, stolen away by Kilowatt. And Bren Esports, the nightmare continues for Galtizi, not able to farm up and not able to secure objectives for his team. Bren, the Diggy strat once again, Aura PH. Welcome to the international scene. I'm pretty sure a lot of viewers elsewhere are completely just dumbfounded. What the heck is happening? But to keep it simple, JP on that Diggy, not providing any gold at all. The stun and the damage onto the Diggy, taken out. A kill for the Brody, no gold for him. Benny Cutie eats one feathered airstrike, but not enough. But once again, Kraltizi still barely able to get his own buffs. But finally able to secure that purple buff for himself. A spot out here by Greed and Hades, chasing after Rebo, who gets taken out, and that's going to be the turret free for Aura PH in the top lane.
Hades again and again was able to look for the kills. And this Diggy, after that, after that steal from the turtle, no retribution being used. It was just raw damage from Kilowash.
Raw damage is what Bren Esports is lacking right now, as Aura PH have not that much of a substantial gold lead, but just enough.
Oh,
Great
Greed!
Abyssal Arrow by Greed. A killing spree for Greed, taking out Carl TZ, who's 4-2-8 right now. Further there, strike into the bottom lane. Rebo versus Kilowatt, but Kilowatt has that tolerant Inferno to sustain all that damage. And Aura PH have a lead here. Mega kill there though for Flap TZ. Bren still trying to scramble and find a way to stop this Aura PH onslaught from continuing. The Diggy strat playing really well into the hands of Aura early on in this game.
Yeah, it's just JP who's working as a walking ward. You can drop arrow, you can drop anything just to stop this. I mean, the Diggy's vision is fairly good. That he knows the rotation, every movement of Bren. And if you kept him alive, if you're going to ignore this guy, he's just gonna drop some rewinds. He's just gonna drop the bombs.
Lusty with the way of the dragon of the Hades and a monster kill for Faktizi. And now Bren Esports are fighting back. They're trying to bite back, but Alice just took out that Brody. Here comes Benny Cutie, the side laner, and the double kill. Greed falling really low, but Benny Cutie is still alive. A shutdown by JP on that Diggy onto the Yuzov. Aura PH still in a comfortable spot in this matchup here.
And this is really looking bad as right now, putting all of those efforts into the turtle. And yet again, it was Hades who got bursted down by Bren Esports. Didn't really expect that he's going down. JP once again going back in life.
Did he got the purple buff. He got the purple buff before he went down.
And yes, he got the retribution. It wasn't cooldown. He was able to secure it and then just denies completely the blue buff.
Classic Diggy strategy we're seeing from Aura PH. This last
Brody
to kill onto the Brody. Abyssal Arrow is not going to connect there by Greed. Bottom lane is getting pressured out there by Kilowash. And again, Bren Esports still hasn't broken a tower. It's a slow game, but look at that feathered airstrike. Kilowatt able to secure that orange buff. And this is just pure jungle control now by Aura PH. Carl TZ, 4-4 and 10, but he has barely farmed up. A stun there. Abyssal Arrow connects. Benny Cutie. Greed going in. Flap TZ trying to survive. Able to get away with that black dragon form. Well, green dragon form at this point because of the green dragon. Thanks Butters, by the way. I'm pretty sure Butters was able to, you know,
Butters
the one who inspired
cemented himself as one of the best creatives, best designer of dragons.
And look at that, another Abyssal Arrow connecting by Greed, but of course too risky to go for the follow-up here.
10 seconds.
And this is the poison that we were worried about that Aura PH might bring out, that Bren Esports might not be ready to go up against. Bren though, familiar with the Diggy strat, they know that this is a possibility that Aura could bring out. But Aura just playing it to the point where Bren is having a hard time to find a counter here. Aura Greed once again, beautiful user of the Abyssal Arrow now on cooldown. Let's see if we're going to be able to secure this objective as Benny Cutie and JP have completely zoned out Few, Rebo, and Carl TZ. This is going to be another free turtle for Aura PH as they continue the onslaught, chasing after Lusty, who gets stunned by the Abyssal Arrow.
Phantom execution!
Beautiful Abyssal Arrow and follow-up by Aura PH. Greed opening it up. Carl TZ gets mega killed there. A mega kill for the Selena, and it's just Flap TZ left alive to get the kill onto who? JP on that Diggy, who is not providing any gold whatsoever for Bren Esports.
This Diggy is annoying, getting all the information that they need, and freely Aura PH can just do what they want. It was Hayes again and again, was looking for the key targets and backed up by Greed with all those arrows.
Ooh. Aura PH.
Didn't really expect this one. The poison, we've talked about this. Yes, it's a fairly a new roster, but then again, didn't really expect we're going back.
Yeah.
Memories bring back.
Yeah.
Old tricks.
New faces, old tricks, JP.
And the thing about that is they are also burning ultimates. Wave the Dragon for a Degi.
Yeah, as we look at the instant replay here, a great play by Aura PH. A kill there, secured by Greed with the help of his Abyssal Arrow, followed up by the Phantom Execution of Hades, the Demon King. Aura Fire. Spell PH. A spell fire with a PH, no liar. Aura just in control, but Bren Cuties gonna get spotted out here. The start of the Wizard turns and forced out. That's gonna be ultimates used by Bren Esports, and it seems like Aura PH are gonna be looking to turn this around, but that's a double kill for Bren Esports. And look at Bren turning around, going for the chase. Kilowatt with a God of Inferno, trying to stay alive. Greed is there. Hades still has his buffs, can deal the damage. Phantom Execution dancing in, diving in. Not going to be able to secure enough damage out of the key targets. And Aura PH have to be careful for things like that, because Bren Esports can turn it around in their faces if they're not careful.
Yes, and right now, Benny Cutie being caught out. This Alice isn't really as strong as Tank for now. But going into mid to late game, this will be as annoying as how that Diggy going inside the base. Checking even more, Lancelot just really taking the buff, or I mean waiting for a setup. Lusty, Horned Rose.
A lot of damage coming from that Lancelot, but Lusty's still alive. Look at that, Lusty's only level 9? That's only a level 9 show. That's a tag here for Bren Esports. Hades already sitting at level 14, and
you don't want to sit as a tank on. You don't want to be under level.
Yeah.
You are losing a lot of scaling from your health, and also scale in terms of your damage.
Yeah, but this is pretty much, I think Bren is playing Lusty's Tank Joe at pure utility, finally able to pick up the immortality. They're just gonna look for the knockups. They're just gonna look for the way of the dragon pickoffs. That's what Bren needs, and that's what Lusty needs to do. Get the Lancelot, maybe get the Alice, maybe get Greed, but Lusty in a bad spot here. Aura PH has all the information in the world as to where the rest of Bren Esports are. JP has just been non-stop and providing information for Aura PH.
There's a legal map hack. A legal map hack right now.
A legal map hack, indeed.
They got the vision, a walking ward right now. JP just enjoying. Yes, kill me. I'll just go ahead and move. No clutch moments for a time journey. I just provide information up to you guys how you're going to maximize it. But Bren Epro having a hard time answering this. Clap TZ, arrow into the face, but Greed, no damage yet for this Selena to entirely finish this tank Yuzong.
And now Bren Esports still trying to find a way to do what Blacklist International does, and that's break the code. They can't seem to break the code against Aura PH right now. The gold is still relatively close. Just a 4K gold lead here for Aura PH, but again, this could be another objective. Bren Esports somehow stealing this away could be a difference here. JP gets taken down, but they can't even get close. Few Karl-TZ is in the back. Karl-TZ trying to go for the steal. Can Karl-TZ do it? No, he cannot. That's going to be secured by Hades. And Karl-TZ really low. Feathered airstrike. That's going to be Lusty with the way of the dragon. They kill Hades. Hades and JP are down. Brody is down. Karl-TZ is down. But Benny Cutie is alive with a Blood Ode. Few could be up next here, but Greed and Kilowatt, the rest of Aura, can't finish him off. As Few able to get away. Bren Esports only lose one. That's a 2-for-1 trade, but Aura wins because they secured the Lord.
Good play once again from Bren, securing the kill against Hades. And good check on this guy. But then again, that Lord is still in their hands. Feathered airstrike being committed. As the Lord marching into the top side, even the Meteor Assault.
Now, Aura PH, they play their cards right. They can potentially break the top lane turret or one of the third-tier towers. They need to secure third-tier tower. Good pick up there by Green with the Abyssal Arrow. Feathered airstrike committed. Just rain it down to the Lord. The Lord going straight for the tower here, but Aura PH cannot get close to deal damage onto the turret. They got no more minion waves, so now Aura PH has to back off, but Kilowatt is able to split push that bottom lane. And nope, he is not able to break the tower either, so Bren Esports still has their third tiers.
Yes, and they got good amount of clear to entirely play against with this push game. But then again, the second tower securing by Aura It was secured by Aura PH. This Diggy is completely going around, giving a big multi-kill for Rebo, but the streak is there, the gold is there. If ever Rebo will be the ones that's being cashed out by Aura PH. Seems of a really good move of giving a lot of gold for one person and then shutting him down. You're getting a lot from there.
Yeah. And now, look at Bren Esports having the Aura Fire Stickers. For just a little bit of a, how do I say this? Not trash talk, but just trying to taunt Aura into doing something that they're going to regret.
It's Aura Fire. Still JP is still there. Here comes the flowing blood. The blood, oh, that they are jumping in past execution. Thorn grows in front. The green dragon form in front as well, but Hades being played all around, trying to be invincible with the Torn Growth, but they're going opening the base.
Oh!
They're going to push even further. This is going to be the base. Aura PH taking game 1 with the Diggy strat.
The poison is real, and it's flowing into the veins of Bren Esports as the Diggy strat, pulled out here by Aura PH, works. Opens it up, and look at there, the secret weapon, Reflection in slippers and jammies. My goodness, Aura PH
will be in command when it comes to this Diggy strategy. Not only that, they also allowed for the Brody to be picked. They left a lot of things open, including the Selena as well as the Brody, but Bren Esports, knowing that they can utilize this Brody, they just pick it up first pick, and knowing Bren Esports as well, they can use it as even a support or a side lane. But the thing is, there's a lot of things that they can use with this one. Now, Aura PH slowly led Bren Esports into not their side lanes. I personally believe that if you don't have the best side lanes for this Diggy strategy, it will not work because you're only feeding. You're not getting out of anything that you're trying to feed for. Now, with this Alice as well as this Slams, it actually trumps the side lane composition of Bren Esports. It's just that FlapTZ was actually so good in this game. I think that FlapTZ as well as Few, the stalwarts of Bren Esports, if not for them, this game would have been over. This game would have been nasty. But FlapTZ was able to find hate so many.
Lunox.
Oh,
Yep, of course.
okay.
Lunox gets picked up here by Bren Esports. Possibly going into the side lane here, as that mid is going to be held down by Fuse, Selena. Flap going to the side lane. XP has that Tams and Carl TZ. Gonna be playing it out from the jungle as the carry. I like the lineup that Aura PH has, but I feel like the Bren Esports lineup has a potential early on of the.
They have been there. They got the gold medal. You got the championship.
Yeah, it's the same roster.
Same roster again and again. But remember, both sides also are the dominant teams from both respective group stages, Group A and Group B. But this time, going back, Aura isn't the same as before. This is a different fire.
Yeah. Let's see if that fire is going to be enough to somehow shock everyone and go and secure a 2-0 victory over Bren Esports. Few on that Selena has to be on point. The Abyssal Arrows with the flame shots.
So it's Esmeralda on the side lane in the hands of Benny Cutie. Early rotations from FlapTZ.
Well, Rebo getting pressured there by Kilowash. They're going to be trading it out. Both of them are actually going to have to go back or might consider going back, but they have the heals anyways. They have the regen, so they don't need to go back just yet. Again, Rebo just needs to play this right. Be patient. Hit that level 4 once he has Power of Chaos Darkening. Can really bully Lapu Lapu out of lane.
Yeah, and they got a good amount of information. Lusty needs to flicker out, force him out, as he's trying to deny the blue buff. But then again, it's Hades and Greed around the vicinity. Fuse arrow, not yet hitting anyone this early.
Yeah, and I like how Kilowash actually picked up the Tough Boots as the first item just to get some more magic defense so that Lunox won't be able to bully him as much. And of course, with Kilowash having Festival of Blood here, he'll be able to at some point sustain and then eventually maybe potentially burst down that Lunox before he can pop off the Power of Order Brilliance or before the Lunox can flicker away. That's going to be one of the key matchups to look for in this match, because if somehow Kilowash can stop the farm of that Lunox and pressure the lane of the Lunox, then it's going to be an easier time around for Aura PH, but that's already the Blazing Duet, win by Carl TZ. barely any damage this early on. Probably just went there to zone out a little bit, clear up a little bit of minion waves that was there.
Getting early farms after clearing the jungle. And the power of this Claude in terms of farming, doesn't have the jungle emblem, but got the assassin one. More damage coming in from mid to late game if this Claude scales. And you got the burst from Hayabusa, but then again, Claude is one slippery hero. BMI provides also a lot in terms of damage and attack speed, consistently DPS after the burst from the ulti. Oh, Brilliance being burned Lusty around the Reaver.
And that's a second gank attempt at the Lunox in the top lane, but against it, Captain Kilowatt with the burst there. Lusty falling not quite low, but Few using the Abyssal Arrow to provide a little bit more space there for Lusty to get away. And so now these two teams just watching their lanes, sticking to their lanes, trying to get a few ganks here and there, but now they're both just playing it safe, not too aggressive. You're just right, it's a very balanced rotation from both of these two teams.
Yeah, they're taking it slow, not entirely overcommitting to anyone, but Tease Turtle will start the battle. JP.
Umbrella Flea going in, Raging Sandstorm, that's going to be first blood for Few, taking down that Lapu Lapu, but Claude, Crowtheezy able to secure the turtle away from Aura PH, so Bren Esports have their objectives, but that's going to be Greed bursting down that Claude with a missiles, and that's going to be a 2-for-2 trade. JP Kilowatt going down for Aura, meanwhile Carlteezy and Lusty going down for Bren. Hades almost getting hit by an Abyssal Arrow and almost taking damage. The carry, the Hayabusa able to get away.
Oh, Flapteezy wanted to deny the blue buff, rotated. Instead of helping into the turtle, he rotated on denying the resources, and this will help Bren to roam around the map as JP will be limited in his...
They're just really trying to feel out the map, trying to find one really good opening, and so far none of them are budging. Again, both of them are trading really well. What could be the difference maker here for Bren Esports is the fact that they have information provided by the traps of Fuse Selena, so they might be able to actually get that, and that is a replay. First blood secured by Selena.
Oh, the arrow from
Fuse connecting Power Warrior Brilliance, but again that was Turtle going to Bren Esports, so a very, very small victory there.
Oh, arrow. Oh, once again, Kagura catching. They are having a hard time with his rotation, and Bren putting a lot of pressure across the map. It's making this Claude Carteezy safe. Just looking for the farm, resources, and go top to bottom. Burns it all, goes back, looks for the target, and Few with the setup.
Oh,
and the arrow again.
Arrow landing by Few, and Benny Cutie can try everything he can, but he's just gonna get bursted down. Can't escape there, so that might be a small bit of opening there for Bren Esports to go for rotations, but Aura PH aren't giving them opportunities to land. That Greed going in with the ejector, flicker in, ejector shut down onto the Selena. So again, Aura PH still trading blow for blow with Bren Esports, but that bottom lane turret is looking bad for Aura. They have to start trading for turrets this time instead of just kills. This opens up the turtle for Bren Esports. No retribution on the side of Aura PH. Hades way too far. That's going to be another turtle secured by Carlteezy, but Carlteezy taking a lot of damage right now. Lusty going real low, and Lusty going back to the base to respond. He goes down. Aura PH are still keeping up the momentum and keeping it close with their rotations, with their trading. But Carlteezy, PMI's away, and they have to start looking out for that Claude.
Oh, brilliant. Big pop off. Here comes the flicker, but unstoppable force in front of Greed. Rebo being thrown down. No backup. Few to assist, and that's another kill from Bren.
Miscalculation there by Greed, committing the unstoppable force onto that Lunox deep under tower, and Kilowatt somehow surviving this onslaught. But Flap and Carl gonna try to get in the TZ Brothers, TZ Nation, but here comes Hades. He's gonna commit the shadow kill. Look at the damage coming from the Hayabusa. That is gonna be a kill for the Lapu Lapu onto the Carl TZ Claude, and Flap TZ trying to sustain this, trying to survive with the Conrad Inferno. Flap gets taken out by the girl with the umbrella, JP, with the kill.
JP making up with the losses a while ago, responding even further. Bren overcommitted against that Lapu Lapu. We don't really want it to go up to with the prolonged team fights or skirmishes with Kilowatt. because the backup as well from Aura is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Bren, I mean, Lusty's tried to go in, but a bit of late response and entirely loses. Bren loses a lot there.
Yeah, that was a mix of bad timing for Bren and just great response and rotation from Hades. And this could be bad though for Bren Esports. Look at that Rebo Infuse, spots out the danger. 3 versus 2, they are not going to take any risks and they're not going to take that fight. So now you're seeing here the rotation change for Bren. Lusty is sticking a little bit closer to Carl TZ now. Make sure that Marksman is safe, make sure that Claude is safe. That is their best weapon here. And now we're getting close to the point where Bren could be an unstoppable juggernaut. Seeing as how, just as I say that, they get a kill on the Lunox. That's exactly what Hades needed.
And the bottom side being focused with that Esmeralda, but right now here comes the backup card TZ with the Blazing Duet looking out for that kill with a flame shot, but a secured kill from Carl TZ.
Yeah, in the middle lane now. 3 members of Bren Energy by beautiful Abyssal Arrow from Few, but Greed able to use the ejector to keep the distance away from the others of Bren Esports, but this is going to be another turtle secured by Bren. And the gold lead is starting to get away from Aura PH. Carl TZ secures it. Kilowatt not able to steal it away. Carl TZ going after Kilowatt because the damage right now. The stun, he's going to be there, but he's going to be able to use the battle mirror image to get out. And now Carl TZ and the rest of Bren Esports going for a purple buff steal. Great use of the ejector to keep the purple away. The arrow landed though, and they were able to secure a kill onto JP. So still, despite Greed's attempts, they were able to get that purple buff away from Aura PH.
Oh no, they are having a hard time answering this Few. They don't want to give him the Selena. And as much as they wanted to go in to protect the blue buff, they are paying a lot of price just for a single buff. And the arrow again hitting Green, Raging Sandstorm on. Oh, the ultis that they can burn.
One of the conditions I said was that Few needed to land those Abyssal Arrows, but Hades seems to might... Oh, he is going to be able to get a kill there onto that Claude. And Few is doing just that, landing those arrows, landing those flame shots. You just saw him miss them though as Hades gets dived under tower, but here comes Rebo. Look at that, going back. The shadow kills the clone, but it's not going to be enough. That is the Hayabusa going down. JP trying to burst down this Lunox. Power forward Brilliance committed. Few almost hitting JP with Abyssal Arrow. Few and Rebo are going to be able to get away.
Good rotation coming in from Bren after taking the mid kills and even hurting the towers. They know that they can corner topside Hades, and Hades overcommitted on a single kill. Wasn't really able to bail himself out as quick as possible.
Now Aura PH though, I like how they're managing the map. Despite Bren Esports having a good lead, Aura PH still trying to push the side lanes, knowing that Bren Esports, once they have the information where Bren is,
oh, Rebo.
Look at the burst coming from JP. Power forward Brilliance committed. Here comes Greed though. Has the ejector ready. Can he reach the Rebo? Unstoppable force along with the ejector combo. But Few lands an Abyssal Arrow. Greed walks right into it. Few missing the flame shot. Greed taking the damage. JP still alive, but JP will not be able to handle this enough. Here comes Benny Cutie though, stopping the entry of Carl TZ from the side. And Bren not going to be able to secure a kill there. That is not a trade. That's just a win for Aura PH. But this tower seems to be going to Bren's side as JP won't be able to hold on to this.
No backup coming in from Aura PH. Don't want to get closer as the arrow is a bit too much. But right now, blue buff being contested. Flop TZ. Here comes the Raging Sandstorm being missed. Greed looking for the target. Few throwing the arrow. Two-man setup from JP, but Kilowatt onto the side. Wasn't really able to catch anyone. Here comes the arrow from Few again. Not hitting any person, any members. Into the Blazing Duet, BMI, but Hades being hurt a lot. Shadow kill, quickly as possible. Here comes Benny Cutie, but then the arrow being dropped. Kilowatt should be the next casualty, but Greed, too greedy enough. Carl TZ, bullet in the head, and the robot is going down.
Jawhead clipped right in the jaw, as that is another major objective for Bren Esports. They got all the turtles, and now they're gonna be getting this Lord unless JP somehow commits a steal. Look at that, Carl TZ completely brave, smelling blood there. JP using the flea, but that is a great trap and bait and switch by both of them. Carl TZ baiting out the presence of JP to try to fight and take him down, but then he uses the battle mirror image to get away. At the same time, JP uses the flea to try to get a kill onto Carl TZ. It was a great exchange, but in the end, Carl TZ and Bren, especially with the help of Few, win that fight.
The switching from Bren and the solid camaraderie that we've seen with the synergy. They know when to go in, when to swap out, but right now, Bren hot on their heels, opening the base, breaking Sandstorm out, but Kilowatt being thrown in front of them. Everyone running low, no shadow kill yet. Here comes Hades. Here comes Falling Star Moon.
Benny Cutie though gets a kill onto one, but the rest of Bren Esports decide not to chase down that Esmeralda. Carl Teasy breaking that turret. It's gonna be Hades getting caught out. He uses the weakest shadow kill, but that's not gonna be enough damage there. Hades gets bursted down, gets taken out, and it looks like we're gonna be seeing a game number 3 with a Bren Esports have already taken down 2 towers. One in the top, one in the mid, and it's just one remaining in the bottom lane for Aura PH. Flap looking to break that down. Bren Esports looking to break down this base and force a game number 3. It's not over just yet though, as Aura PH are holding on.
And this will be continuing the push from Bren, looking for more target. Greed will be the one who's going down. Kilowatt misses the spot. Kilowatt might pay the price. Here goes a blazing duet and more sands coming as JP will be the ones who's being buried along the sand. Benny Cutie trying to save Aura, but the fire is being extinguished slowly, and Bren still going to respect Aura. Going to back out, might go for an insurance play.
Benny Cutie saving it for Aura PH. Bren could have ended it there. Benny Cutie acknowledging that members of Bren were low. I got my ultimate. I think I have enough items to steal all their shields. I do have the Feather of Heaven, Janet Talisman, Calamity Reaper, Holy Crystal. More than enough for Benny Cutie. And Benny Cutie might be the comeback spell here for Aura PH. But again, the damage output for Aura compared to the raw damage output of Bren Esports is just... It's close, but Bren Esports still has the advantage there. It's just a matter of, can JP stay alive? Can Benny Cutie land the Falling Star Moon? Hades doing not that much damage now, but...
Let's see.
Let's see. Let's see.
He just stands there, spamming emotes. He got immortality. He knows that he's tanky. Hades not fairly putting a lot of damage against Flap Teasy. They are activated. The off tanks are just looking for beefy targets. Endless battle for Flap Teasy. Carl Teasy is here. He's going to steal the show. Arrow isn't going to hit. Kilowatt being played. And as we are also played with our feelings.
Now, Bren Esports kind of exposed that. They disallowed the Lancelot, no Ling in there as well. Yusenshin is a hero that can fit the lineup of Aura PH and just because of the carry role, but it doesn't really make that much sense against Bren Esports. You also have to take note, Bren Esports, they kind of forced Aura PH in this spot wherein they will have to go for the Joed as well as the Kagura. Bren Esports also drafted their own comfort picks. I like the priority on the Thams because now it's know that this will happen anyways. They have drafted themselves a hero lineup that will allow them to have early game contention through the Thams as well as the core Lunox, and they also had this Claude that can be the reliever when it comes to the late game team fights. And I have to say, Carl Teasy died significantly more than what you need him to have, but his Claude was also perfect. 12 total assists and a lot of kills in.
Lancelot could be... Oh, there, Lancelot is the lock-in for Aura PH. Oh, wow. Interesting drafts from both ends. Both teams want to give it their all. This is the last game after all.
This is really looking good for both sides, but I need to ask you with this. You're going to be...
Another question though for Bren Esports though is, yes, I like the lineup overall. Team fight wise, I can see it working better than the Bren Esports lineup, but do they have enough pin down, lockdown to secure JP on that Kareth, to secure kills on that Esmeralda, and he gets zoned out from the rest of his team? Or PH might punish that instead. This for Bren Esports, yes, the Brody, the Farsa, the Loyi, expect them to do what they need to do.
Yes.
But I feel like Lusty and Flap Easy. If it's Benny Cutie and JP as the X factors of Aura PH, it's Flap Easy and Lusty as the X factors here for Bren Esports.
But once again, Esmeralda from Benny Cutie, we've seen this guy trying to save the boat, but then again, Flap Easy on that Lapu Lapu. Right now, Greed still, this Jawhead isn't really as aggressive as someone who wanted to go for a reset of buffs against the Brody. And knowing that the Brody doesn't have someone who's a bodyguard, as the Cho also move onto the bottom side.
It's gonna be a big ticking time bomb here though for Aura PH that they're up against, because there's a lot of carries on the side of Bren Esports.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of carries in Aura PH.
This all
Someone
damage
that we
galore.
haven't discussed that much was that Hades' Lancelot. If he can just weave through all the damage, then it should be good going for Aura PH. As Greed going for the information play, just trying to disrupt Brody's farm. Take a lot of damage.
A bit too late. When Kilowatch saw Cho, he should be rotating as early as he can to place to be safe in a ward. But then again, he waited, and when Lusty got back to protect, oh, the third Jit Kundo of the Flicker secures a kill against Kilowatch.
That Yuzong going down. Pretty cutie. JP gonna be cutting the lanes here of Bren Esports. That's a Harith and Esmeralda combo in the early game. Yeah, they won't mind diving in that deep against a Lapu Lapu and against a Low Yi.
And right now, Bren are the ones who's being aggressive. This Cho is roaming around the map looking for Greed. And to no avail. Greed is having a hard time answering Bren. This is the same as Game 2. And that's the reason why I don't wanted the Jawhead in the hands of Aura.
And then at the same time here, Bren Esports has that diversion with Loyi, with Few to just reach the backline of Aura PH. But then, yeah, again, they're not a backline heavy combo, but that's going to be a heavy damage being dished out there by Hades and Greed. Forcing Lusty back, and Cho has to go home to regen.
Lack of damage yet, but Cards easy. He knows. Greed on cooldown. Here comes Few. Jumped in onto the side. The ejector and Thorn Rose. Zaman Force being committed as well.
Yep, and this is a problem for Bren Esports as they want to contest this turtle. Here comes Kilowatch using that green dragon form to space out the members there. That is going to be the
at the tip.
Barca taking out that Harith. 1-for-1 trade in that small exchange. Make it 2-for-1 soon enough, as that's Aura securing a kill there onto that Joe Lusty. But here comes Flap Teasy from behind, dealing the damage with the burst, forcing Kilowatch and Greed back. That is a stalemate Mexican standoff by that Turtle Pit.
Flap Teasy popping off his Impacto, destroying Aura PH, and they need to go back. They need to go for a hard reset just to make sure that this turtle can go into their own favor. But then again, Bren, with the re-engage, with the damage, it was enough. You might be on a bad position, but they were able to save it. Diversion. You tried, but then again, they're not going in. They just wanted to stall the game. They just want to farm safely. And Greed right now will be late in discovering that the turtle is already in the hands of Bren.
The reason why Aura PH can't engage so much is that Hades and JP are both purple buff focused heroes, but Aura decides to give it on to JP's Harith instead. Of course, gonna be much stronger output there, but that means that Hades won't be able to just... He's gonna be more timing dependent on when he uses Thorn Rose, the Phantom Execution, because his cooldown won't be as fast as having that purple buff again because it's with JP.
Yeah, I didn't really expect that this Harith is a bit, he's not as someone who pops off around level 4 and looking for the kills. And knowing that you have a Jawhead for big setups, you are really having a hard time. You are not maximizing this guy, this robot, with the ejector. I don't see any flicker ejector just to finish with a Torn Rose plus a Zaman Force. So we are missing a lot. Yes.
Oh, there's the flicker ejector as well as the unstoppable force. Benny Cutie and Green are going to spawn out Rebo. Farsa trying to run away from that. Gets taken out. Lusty and Rebo are down, but Hades gets taken out in another part of the map as Bren Esports traded into the bottom lane. They're trying to get Kilowatch down, but the state of the Yuzong way too much. The torn apart memory, not enough to burst down that Yuzong, and Yuzong gets away, but that is a turret secured by Bren Esports in the bottom lane.
But you can see the potential that they can just easily pop off any tanks at this point of the game. Aura, still a bit of slow. Yes, they were able to go for a big ejector into the flicker and even the unstoppable force. But then again, it wasn't Benny Cutie. You are not going for a momentum of JP or Lancelot. You are giving an advantage to Benny Cutie?
Yeah, that is way too deep there for Greed's Jawhead. They got a little bit too greedy. If that Farsa moved to just a little bit more forward, maybe then that would be the best time to secure it. But of course, Wings by Wings, committed by Rebo, I think it was the flicker, really put that unstoppable force endpoint in such a bad spot there for Greed. Good response by Flap TZ to deal the damage and burst him down. Now this this turtle is gonna get contested. Either or could get it. Who gets this? Diamond Force committed. Unstoppable force as well. I'm not sure who got it, but that's gonna be taken by Few and Lo Yi. But now Aura PH gets triple killed by the Rebo Farsa. That's a maniac. Can it be a savage? Can that Farsa somehow secure it? But Rebo does not have the Feathered Airstrike, doesn't have the tools. But you know what? A maniac is more than not bad. A maniac is a maniac. What a play there in a miscalculation by Aura PH, just standing together, eating up the brunt of the Feathered Airstrike. Falling Star move, committed by Benny Cutie, but the knock up by Lusty. The way of the dragon by Lusty. Onto the Jawhead of Greed. Onto the, Jawhead of Greed, that's right. And now Bren Esports are looking to ride this momentum.
No.
Look at the damage from this Farsa.
Diamond
Force committed. Falling Star Moon as well, or the damage as well from Aura PA is not going to be enough to respond to that. And Bren Esports, their map control, their battlefield control, burst type lineup is working well against Aura PA's lineup.
They are the ones just looking the fights, and Greed with the Jawhead being punished again and again as Lusty's Cho is the one who's giving big amount of setups for the squad of Bren. And right now Benny Cutie just facing off against Rebo, but Rebo with the Wings by Wings going to be safe. I also commend Rebo with his Feathered Airstrike.
Yeah.
They're getting a lot.
And again, that's the problem of the lineup of Aura PH. Yeah, they're mobile. Yeah, they have shields, but they have so much to avoid.
Yes.
In a team fight battlefield that has a rotation, that has Feathered Airstrikes raining down, that has the Crow of Farsa potentially could be brought out defensively.
It's a zoning game.
Yeah, it's a zoning game for Bren Esports.
You drop the Feathered Airstrike, you drop Luis's skills. Everything is there. You can see everyone are close to each other, catching all the damage. And I am not well convinced as how Hades plays as Lancelot. We've talked about this also, that yes, he was on game 1 as a Lancelot, but then again, he's not dodging a lot of key skills, and he's been dying a lot.
Yeah,
you being focused.
Huge ejector. Here comes Skillawatch with the Black Dragon form, trying to buy more time for Aura PH to potentially steal this turtle away, but that is Rebo unstoppable on that Farsa. Flap TZ going 2-on-1, make it 3-on-1 against Benny Cutie, Killawash, and Creed. Flap in a bad spot, but Flap is going to be able to get away with that with the slight mobility that Lapu Lapu has, and the lifesteal as well. Aura PH, they are still close in this game though. The gold is close, turrets are quite even. So it's not a big considerable lead here by Bren Esports, but again, they are having such a hard time getting to that Farsa. The biggest damage leader here for Bren Esports. Look at that, Aura PH trying to get close, but they get knocked back and pushed back. The frontliners of Bren, all they gotta do is just stun, hold on, sustain, while the backline just rains down hell from all directions.
2 bodyguards, you got the Lapu Lapu and Cho in before you can reach the last part, the last boss, which is Farsa's, Rebo's Farsa. And in before also you can reach him, you are catching a lot of Feathered Airstrike.
Yeah.
And I believe Aura is giving a different focus. They missed a lot of timings on the early game with JP's Harith. At the same time, Hades not having free kills. It has been Bren who's getting good setups again and again. Jawhead, Greed, a bit of a lackluster right now.
Yeah, Benny Cutie though, definitely online with 3 items in Enchanted Talisman, Calamity Reaper, the Holy Crystal as well. And this battle just about to get built up there by Hades. So he already has the Hemp to Seize and the Raptor Mechanic as well. So they're just waiting for the 3 core items, and Aura PH, that would be their best window. Start fighting, taking team fights. Benny Cutie's gonna be a little hard to take down again, but again, the question will be, is Aura PH, can they get to the back line? Can they burst down Rebo? Rebo, if they can't burst it down, they have to worry about Carl Teasy potentially just free hitting them. And then where are they standing? Are they standing on a rotation? Then you're gonna get dispersion combo and everything's gonna hurt. But here comes Greed using this, using that to push through the wall, and Few gets bursted down by Aura PH. Rebo used the feathered airstrike already, but here comes Bren Esports for the chase. But Benny Cutie and Kilowatt wrapping around straight to Carl Teasy. The knockup is there. Carl Teasy's taking a lot of damage. He's immobilized. Benny Cutie, look at him go online. That's gonna be 2 members of Bren Esports down. 2-for-1 trade. Hades is down, but JP finds Flap Teasy and gets smacked in the face with a big sword. But Flap is the only one standing now for Bren Esports, and Aura PH might have found just a small win that can turn into a big victory if they can take down Flap. Ejector forward. Benny Cutie dealing the damage, just eating up the shields of Flap Teasy. Flap Teasy will not be able to secure a kill on the Greed. Flap Teasy buying time. Flap Teasy holding on. Flap Teasy dealing the damage. Flap Teasy still alive, and Flap Teasy finally taken down by Yuzhong.
But good amount of timing. He was able to stop any chance of Aura to push or to even take a Lord. Right now, the diversion from Few puts him in a good spot to teleport and wave clear.
Yeah, they couldn't convert into anything.
Yes, I mean, after that, after all of those exchange, they didn't any... They don't have any of those chances to move further or even to push the bottom or mid.
Yeah.
It has been Bren who's taking the objective every time someone's going down in the hands of Aura.
Now Aura dispersion onto the back lane push. Let's see how Bren Esports are going to play this. They don't commit that diversion.
They are
Aura
baiting.
PH still have positioning over the Lord. The Lord gets reset though, so this is going to be a fight taken by Aura PH. Kilowatt are going to dive into the back line there. Greed takes down that Farso. Bren Esports losing their members one by one. Aura PH are still fighting out, but look at that, they can't reach the back line. That's a lot of damage, a lot of zoning, a lot of burst coming in from Bren Esports, as Aura PH cannot make this a considerable victory into a big win. They are continuing that Lord, but they are forced to reset it, I think. But Esmeralda's still there holding on. They're going to be forced to reset this eventually, as Flap Teasy, Lusty are there nearby. Few nearby there as well. Retribution still up for Bren, as Carl Teasy has been taken down just yet below that. JP, the first damage onto the Harith. Harith able to get away. Who's going to take this Lord? It could determine the winner of this game. It gets reset. The burst from the Lapu Lapu. Flap Teasy flickering forward, taking out the Harith. That's a killing spree. 1-for-1 trade. The fight isn't over. Few holding on. Few somehow still alive after all of this, and they're still fighting over the Lord here. When are they going to reset? When are they going to go for lanes here? We don't know. All the action is here right now, but finally they feel it. It's taking way too long here. Let's try to find objectives elsewhere.
Yes, and Aura PH fell short once again. No trade-off. Yes, they got the kills, but they held a bit onto the Lord again and again. They are trying to fight under the Lord and missing all around, but here comes feathered airstrike from Rebo. Carl Teasy with the damage. Greed onto the side. Lusty waiting for the setup, but Benny Cutie on the brush. Here comes the kick. Here comes the damage. Phantom execution, as Few will be the one who's going down, but here comes Flapu Lapu with the Flap Teasy setup. We are looking with the feathered airstrike. There you go. Roll hell breaks loose as Bren is taking the game.
That is a considerable, huge team fight victory for Bren Esports. Bravest fighter, raging slash, everything committed by Flap Teasy on that Lapu Lapu to secure the burst damage, to secure the stuns, and to supplement and set up the Farsa feathered airstrike of Rebo. Look at that play by
setup
Flap.
right there, Flapu Lapu. And he was amazing. He played it really well. At that point, it was a losing team fight for the side of Bren. He saved it. He destroyed them, demolished them completely. And at that point, Aura exchanged the table. Okay, Lusty.
Let's see how Aura PH are going to play this out. Can they hold on? Can they keep this up? Still close in gold. Turrets, Bren is in the lead. But they have to be careful. Too much distance, too much burst, and too much zone from Bren Esports that Aura PH have to pick their fights wisely.
Yes,
Tournament life Semifinals or bust.
Diversion.
Who moves forward? Diversion. Beautiful pick up there by Bren Esports. Picks off Hades, but Hades forces the Phantom Execution, gets bursted down by the Brody. There's a big damage dealer out from Aura PH, and Bren Esports might have just smelled blood, might have just smelled advancing into the semifinals here. No retribution for Aura PH up right now. Hades is down, and that is going to be a free Lord for Bren Esports.
Bren starting things off. Once again, the Lord and the diversion from Few. That Lu Yi playing really well. That 5th slot that surprised us. Surprised Aura PH catching Hades and going back. This is a 4-7-6 Hades who's missing a lot of chance to escape. Yes, the Torn Rose into the Phantom Execution, even the puncture, but it was Flapteezy who's ready. He goes for a flicker and then goes for the bad boy sword right there. It has been Bren surprising us with those cheeky plays, and the Lord marching in onto the top as Bren is focusing onto the mid lane.
Bren smells victory, smelling the semifinals as Aura PH trying to hold on. Eats a full rotation. Dispersion as well. Lord marching down the top lane. That's going to be the kill watch. Black Dragon form committed. And look at that. Aura just diving straight into the backline of Bren Esports to keep that tower alive. Aura PH able to take down the Lord. They've done their job. They did what they needed to do. Was to provide space to take down that Lord. But
we have the dragon.
The dragon up to the kill watch. Green jumping way too deep into the backline here. Aura PH.
Feathered airstrike.
Feathered airstrike. But that's going to be a kill for Benny QT onto the low Yi. JP dancing around. Trying to take down Rebo. Hades way deep into the backline of Bren Esports. Doesn't have the cooldowns. He needs the ability. Thorn Rose to avoid damage. Flapteezy could get a double kill. Flapteezy avoiding, or JP avoiding the damage that Flap was able to dish out there. Only 2 turns remaining here for Aura PH. Bren Esports, ever since that big win in mid, where they were able to secure more kills for Rebo's Farsa. Ever since Flapteezy opened that up for that Farsa in mid, Bren Esports has been in control. Bren Esports has been in the lead, and it seems like Aura PH is really just playing turtle right now. Can they defend, and can they turn it around? Will the Aura Fire of Philippines glow brighter? Or will this be it for Aura as Creed takes a lot of damage to stun the way of the dragon, lusty feathered airstrike by Rebo.
And they are going in as Killwash goes for the Black Dragon form. Zaman Force being invested as JP trying to dash in and out, but he is going to be down and out as Flapteezy is focusing him. This may be the tower into the mid lane, looking low in bottom tower, and right now Rebo clearing the wave. They want this. They are knocking into the doors of heaven. Here comes Farteezy just bantering all around. This Brody's working well, plus Flapteezy, the TZ brothers, the TZ duo, and the whole squad of Bren is going to open the base. This might be it.
And look at that, the knockup once again, Lusty!
Oh,
with the wave of the dragon up to Kilowatt, and Kilowatt trying to get away from this, that is the Yuzong down. And Bren Esports are going for it. Bren Esports trying to end it.
Base.
The first damage, way too much. The marks, thrown apart memory, feathered airstrike, and Bren Esports have wiped out Aura PH. Greed, last man standing. No minion waves for Bren. Greed is trying to buy time. Desperately trying to hold on, trying to survive. Mega kill for Flapteezy, and that is it. Bren Esports advance to the semifinals. Aura Fire, Bren lang malakas, says Bren. Bren only strong. Bren semifinals.
Oh my goodness, it was there again. Aura PH being extinguished with the Bren only strong. That play, Flapteezy, the ones setting everyone on fire, dropping a huge ult, and from that point, whenever Flap is getting those kills, they are being accelerated. They are the ones who's playing in their
push. And JP kinda is playing on a greedy side of things when it comes to playing the support. Now, if you're looking at the goal, that is actually translated on how much emphasis Aura PH puts into farming their course. And this is something that Bren Esports have found out after playing 2 games in this series. Game number 1, they have definitely allowed for the dig. That was a pocket strategy for sure of Aura PH. But if anything, there's a lot of downloading that Bren Esports did against. I've talked a lot about how Aura PH approaches things because of the fact that Bren Esports adjusted against Aura PH in that manner. So what they did was to actually get more farm by taking over the map and punishing Aura PH when they are greedy. Because the thing is, Aura PH, after them winning team fights, they don't necessarily abuse their power. They abuse their power in a way that they want to farm more, but not in a way that they end the games. And Bren Epro...
And of course, Aura coming from the Civil War to the neighbor war against Onyx PH. That is it. And those were our brackets. Tomorrow's schedule. First match of the day, Alter Ego versus Geek Fam. For the first lot of the semifinals, a BO3, a second BO3 for the second semifinal. Bren Esports versus Burmese Ghouls. And the winners, the grand finalists, will face off in a best-of-5 series.
We are in for a treat. And of course, it will be the last battle for MPL Invitational for tomorrow. Best of 5. Get ready as the teams, the 4 teams being left out, is going to face each other. Finish off what everyone started. And who's going to take the crown, as they are all well deserving.
Indonesia, Philippines, Myanmar,